the day has finally arrived. UK prison story time. Your stories, not mine. You must be sick of mine by now. Been asking for what, a month? For your prison stories, road stories, whatever story you want for me to read out, I should say. Send it in and I'll read it out. Not enough of you got involved, by far. Especially if you want me to carry this on once a month. If you want me to read out your stories once a month, you've got to get the stories into me. Yeah, and you know, if I ever miss out a day, you know, enough of you bang on to me instantly. Oh, what are you doing missing out a day? Well, get involved, innit? I have been saying send messages over to Instagram. We'll keep them private. I've set up a UK prison stories _NB_JJ. That's Instagram there. UK prison stories _NB_JJ. There's nothing on it. I thought we could just use it for messages. It's open. It's not a private account or anything. Yeah, and the funniest thing is I've had it up there for a little while when I just because I've never ever used it. I forgot about it, and then I got a friend request. Well, not a friend request, but you know what I mean. Someone fingered it the other day. Today. Someone joined it today. I was like, oh, forgot that was there. But anyway, because you know when you're on Instagram, you have to like change profiles and all that. I'm always on the my one, which I've never ever bothered to. I just forgot. But anyway, UK prison stories _NB_JJ. If you've got a message, anything, if it's not just a story you want me to read out, if you've got a private message that you don't want the whole world to read on YouTube, then hit me up on there. Let's get started. Where are we? We are in Croatia, actually. No. The man sent a story from Croatia. I've got to big up the Croatian massive. Got to big up Sham McGlue. Sham McGlue. I've got to apologise if I'm saying that wrong. Sham MC Glue, yeah? SHAMMCGLUE. Sham McGlue. Straight out of Croatia. Do you know what? I've got to say, yeah, I got a bit nosy and I look at a few of his photos and all that, yeah? Croatia's a beautiful place. Beautiful. Like, not what I was expecting. Know what I mean? I don't know what I was thinking in my own little ignorant mind, but I wasn't thinking of this idyllic, beautiful beaches, greeneries, boiling hot sun. Why is every country so much better than England? Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, it makes me want to go. It really does make me want to go when I look at these places. But unfortunately, I don't know if it's an unfortunate one, it doesn't happen in Croatia. We're in London. 20 years ago, when Sham, God bless him, was 20. So how old is he now? Add 20 and 20. Ooh. Right. We're in London. Soho Square, Oxford Street. He gets all over on this one, but he starts off at Bad Bob's, £1 a pint. Sham, me old mate. Where is Bad Bob's? Where is Bad Bob's? It sounds banging. Just the name, Bad Bob's, £1 a pint. What? I'm involved. What happened to £1 a pint nights, mate? Even if it was watered down, it was good going in there with a tenner, knowing that you was going to get sloshed. Used to be a banging one that tracks at Romford Station. Come out of Romford Station, just cross the road and look right. It used to be called Freddie Wales. I don't know what it's called now. £1 a pint in there, mate. Many a banging night. Not just on the £1 a pint nights. But this ain't about me. This is about Bad Bob. No, this is about Sham. He's in Bad Bob's. Sham, as well, you didn't tell me what you was doing in Bad Bob's. You didn't tell me how the night went in Bad Bob's, because his story happens outside Bad Bob's. Bad Bob's. I want to know what happens in Bad Bob's, mate. You know what I mean? Is it as glorious as what your mate as what the name sounds, right? So, Bad Bob's has been breezed over quick time by Sham. Yeah, I do apologise if anyone out there's going Bad Bob. Has anyone ever heard of that before? Yeah, I mean, he can't be far from Oxford Street and Soho and all that. Yeah, he can't be far. So, Bad Bob's, mate. Has anyone ever heard of this? Right, yes. So, 1 second. Good old Sham is again. He's left this up to your imagination. He's dancing in Bad Bob's, yeah, with his then girlfriend. So Sham is shocking it out, doing the business with his bird, and the next minute they've left and they're walking through Soho trying to catch on en route to go to the night bus stop, the weekend night bus. Oh mate, that's like a night out all on its own, isn't it? I got on it before from Marble Arch all the way back to Romford. And I didn't even live in Romford. I was so buzzing I forgot where I lived. Mate, I lived in Harlow and got on a night bus to Romford. Imagine that, how many hours that actually took to get to Romford, and then how many hours it actually took to get from Romford to Harlow. Oh mate, off me nut. Looking around at Romford at like 5:30 in the morning thinking, where am I going from there then? So I don't live here. Oh right, so yeah, anyway, Sham, I do apologise mate, it's always about me, isn't it? Anyway, as Sham and his girlfriend are walking past 4 people on their way to the bus stop, he walks past these 4 people, 4 geezers, they got a bottle of wine. Sham jokingly grabs a bottle of wine and took it off him. Did you run off with it, Sham? Yeah, because he makes out that he put it straight back down. He was like, it was a joke and I put it down. Okay, so did you really just put it down or did you run off with it first, right? His girlfriend, bless her, sounds like she's trying to be the peacekeeper and stop Sham getting beaten up by these 4 geezers. Like, he's only joking, ha 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 ha, say you're sorry, Sham. So he said sorry, but he's put it down and walks off, right? We're in Oxford Street, he's walking down there, yeah. Poor old Sham has been accosted by a plainclothes policeman. Hey, what are you doing? Baton in hand. Stop right there, I see what you do, you thief, nicking the bottles of wine. He tries to arrest Sham, grabs Sham. Sham does what any pissed up geezer would do on a night out. He makes the situation 10 times worse. He escalates it 100% by running away and throwing one of those blue bins at him. Whoop! Why do geezers do? Why have we got that thing about us when we're drunk to like just make a normal, just make anything that happens worse. Anything that happens will get 10 times worse if you're drunk. Why? What is it, Matt? With these geezers, we get this like self-destruct button to just act like children, mate, when we're drunk. Because it's funny, isn't it? It's funny. Even when you get nicked and you wake up next day, you wake up in your cell going, I can't believe I did that. Sitting in the sweatbox. I can't believe that, man. So you threw the blue bit in, right? It luckily missed. Good thing it missed, actually, because you would have 100% gone down for that. If it had hit him, you would have been... I don't know if you'd have been laughing, but you'd have definitely been going away for assault. He gets away and tries to blend in with a crowd of people, yeah? We're in Oxford Street. I'm presuming it's busy, so there's a lot of people. He tries to blend in, ducks down, loses the old bill. He turns around and he sees his girlfriend basically sitting in the police car. She's been nicked, yeah? So Sham, he's drunk, he's got to make it worse, isn't he? He sneaks up to the van and there's like a little fence separating him from the van. He jumps over the fence, bangs on the van, says, oh wait, let her out, and then hops back over the fence and runs off. Old Bill jump out of the van, jump over the fence to get him, but they're not as agile as good old Sham. They hit the fence, innit, and all just buckle and end up eating the grass, yeah? Which Sham's bird sees from the police car, she tells him like the next day, which didn't make the old Bill happy, I should say, yeah? He runs off. He must have got a conscience, poor old Sham, yeah, because it says, yeah, he's fought with his girlfriend in the back of the van. Oh no, like, did he have to go back? Did he have to act gallantly or whatever it's called? Did he have to act like the hero, or could he just left her and made out he didn't know she was in there? That's probably what I would have done. So he gives up. I give up, Mr. Policeman. The police, funny enough, seem to have missed him giving up, and they put the handcuffs on him quite forcefully. You know when your hands go up your back and all that. Which Sham wasn't happy about because his arms were hurting, so he started to use his legs to lash out and stop them putting him in the van. And at one point, the old Bill had to hold him upside down so they could get him in the van and shut the door. In the morning, after getting released without charge, the desk sergeant said to him, "Your girlfriend's not happy with you. Good luck." I have had numerous nights like that, very similar, where a nothingness has just escalated into a full-blown hostage situation. Been there, done it, got the tish. Thanks for that though, Sham. That was quite funny, mate. I told you in the text that bit that when you said they was holding you upside down, that bit made me chuckle. So big up Sham Glue for that one coming out of Croatia. Next one is Simon Ostinelli. Yeah, loyal subscriber. Is always messaging, hitting the likes and all that, saying that you should all be doing, but none of you do. But Simon does it. He's a good geezer. These are a couple of prison towels from Simon. So I'll take it he's been a bit naughty, been a bit fruity back in the day. Not now. Must be retired now. This is a story of why you should always fly straight, why you shouldn't mug anyone off. Yeah, there's always a risk of getting knocked spark out. Basically, moral of the story is do not mug people off because you don't know who you're mugging off. Right? So here we go. I've told you about the paracetamol trick. I'm not going to go in depth on that bit here. Yeah, the paracetamol trick in jail, where you get a paracetamol, you crush it up, you put it on tin foil. We call it Jimmy Doyle. Put it on the foil, heat it up, right? Get it moving, turn it into a beetle, as us ex-smokers have called it, a beetle. Yeah, crush it up. It'll be brown. It'll turn brown. Crush it up into dust again. Do it a couple of times, whatever, but then just crush it up in dust, and it'll look like brown. It'll look like heroin, yeah. And you put it on the foil, and when you heat up brown, it follows the flame, yeah, along the foil. Paracetamol does exactly the same thing, and most people don't know, yeah. Most people ain't gonna have a clue. They'll just think they've got a really clear head, I suppose, but other people know. I wouldn't know. I've been had over with it in jail. How many times I don't know. I'd fall for it. I know for a fact I fell for it at least once or twice. I've done it to numerous people, loads of people. Yeah. So that's the paracetamol trick, right? So someone sells another inmate paracetamol. Yeah, he does him with a trick, right? So someone prisoner, inmate A has walked up to inmate B. Inmate A has gone, "Hey B, do you want some B?" Really, it's paracetamol. So inmate A is the seller, inmate B is the buyer, right? He buys it and he walks off to his cell to smoke it. He knows it's paracetamol, yeah. The inmate B knows it's paracetamol, and by all accounts, Simon says he's not the sort of person you want to mug off, right? Like I said, there's always someone that will not have it. So at first he says he wants his money back. Fair enough, isn't it? If you want you don't usually not going to spend a tenner or whatever you spent on a paracetamol. You get them for free from healthcare, so give me my money back. No harm done, no foul, no harm, no foul, no. You all know what I mean, yeah. But on the other hand, inmate A has to admit that it was paracetamol by saying, "Okay, let you have your money back." Why are you giving him the money back? Why are you giving the money back? Yeah, you're not going to give the money back, are you? Unless it's paracetamol. So he's gone with that option and gone, no way, fuck you, man. You're not getting your money back. Later on, inmate B, I should say, goes, "Okay then," and walks off. Later on, inmate A, the paracetamol seller, is in the shower on the Freeze Landing house block 4. Freeze Landing house block 4, HIGHDOWN, yeah, HIGHDOWN prison in Sutton. I've been in it. Briefly, I got 6 months, did 3, right? When inmate A had finished showering, he puts his dressing gown on, flip-flops, and then saunters off back down the landing towards his cell. Unbeknownst to him, inmate B is hiding in a cell 3 cells down from the shower, yeah? Obviously waiting for the sound of the flip-flops. Right? As the flip-flops sounds got closer to him, he jumps out from the cell and does him on the chin, knocks him cold before he's even hit the deck, yeah? As he's falling, gives him a nudge over the railings, down onto the netting, right? Protective netting over the landings to stop people, to stop this getting thrown over or jumping themselves and hurting themselves, yeah? So there's netting there. But if you fall, from what it says, like, he sort of like fell off the freeze and... Well, even if you're falling from the threes to the twos, they're still going to hurt the netting. But it sounds like there was no netting except stopping you hit the one. So he's gone from the threes and just sort of like fell 2 floors and then hit the thing. Making the movement. Then he's hit the netting, right? This is what I can make out. Yeah. So he lands on it, dressing gown wide open. So he's bang, nudged over, hit the thing, hit the netting, Sparko, dressing gown all open now, yeah. Old Simon Ostinelli, bless him, was downstairs playing pool when all this was kicking off. So he's downstairs, old mate has gone whoop and hit the netting, yeah, so which has obviously made Simon look up, yeah, and he was greeted by the sight of... There's no easy way to say it. The geezer's meat and 2 veg squished squished like out the netting. So like he's landed face down and his poor old meat and 2 veg mate has squeezed through the netting, man. I bet that was painful when he woke up. How did he get himself out? That would have been like the scene in Something About Mary, innit? Man, how'd you get the Frank above the beans? Yeah, I'd have looked up and flicked it. That'd have woke him up. Anyway, right, so his second story, this involves release day of release. Gate arrested. I've got to explain gate arrested. I don't know if I ever have. Gate arrested is when the clue's in the name. The day of your release, you're walking out the gate. There'll be old Bill standing there and they'll arrest you for something. That's every prisoner's worst nightmare, isn't it? Yeah. I worried about it. I didn't worry about it too much till later and longer my sentences went on. But I worried about them in the early days. Yeah, they do happen. They don't happen all the time, but they do happen. I've seen it happen. Can't be a nice feeling, regardless of what you're in there for, regardless whether the person deserves it. Can't be a nice... You've just walked out, you've done your bird, and they're standing there. Yeah. That's what we're talking about, yeah. So, and usually when you get released, as Simon's release day was, there'll be an handful of you, yeah. So you'll get pushed out the gate at the same time, and sometimes, you know, you might all go to the shop together, or we'll walk to the station together, or whatever. As they step out the gate, they are greeted by a female officer with a clipboard and a photo of the gate arrest victim. He is a victim, mate, bless him. Whoever it was. A different con, seeing what was going on and totally unplanned, pushes Simon and the WPC out the way and sprints off, pretending that he's the man in the photo, in order to divert attention away from the actual man that was on the photo. He runs off, gets chased. The other cop that's there doesn't run. He sort of like just stands there and shouts out, "That's the wrong man." You know, this is it. So the matey that were there to gate arrest got gate arrested anyway. Yeah, I think he's just talking about a nice gesture that happened here. You know, geezer tried, bless him. For someone he didn't actually know. yeah, the geezer that run originally ended up getting twisted up and in a bad way. As is, yeah, I'm presuming that there was a old Bill and all that was pretty angry at him. They twisted him up, but they had to let him go. I mean, what can they do? He doesn't. You just say you was running. So well, I just felt like running. My name's Forrest Gump. I just felt like running. What are you gonna nick me for? The geezer that runs sounds like a nice geezer. He ran, he got twisted up, and then he offered to drop Simon off at Vauxhall Station, and they went their separate ways. Vauxhall Station, where was you, Vauxhall? Yeah. Anyway, Simon, big up yourself. Sham, MC Glue, McGlue, big up yourself. I know I didn't read out all your bits and bobs. We'll maybe save them for next time, but this is a 20-minute video just out of your free stories or whatever I've read. So, big up Simon, big up MC, Sham MC. If you enjoyed that, hit subscribe and we'll chat again. Adios.